Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Breakout. This is presented by Binary Breakers, and it's our Spotlight series, which aims to showcase members of our community throughout the year. Tonight is Summer Games. We just had a super run by Snowball, and now we're gonna get wiggly with the Hollow Knight team. Let's go!
Hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Seren. This is my very first time doing a marathon run, and I am so happy that I get to do this for the first time with the Binary Breakers, our lovely community. And I am even happier that I get to do this with such amazing commentary as I have today. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I am Aggie. I'm primarily a Hollow Knight glitch runner and rando racer. I am very happy to be here to commentate such a lovely 90% run.
Hello, I'm Sawayoshi. I'm also here to commentate. I am absolutely thrilled. I'm so ready for this.
All right, I am ready too. So, if there aren't any other things we have to take care of, we can jump right into it. So I'm gonna go choose a new game, and I'm gonna choose classic mode, and time will start when I choose the file. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. And I say
Good
go,
luck.
but we have a lot of cutscenes keeping to start with.
Welcome to Hollow Knight 90% no major glitches. The main goal of this category is to get the Hollow Knight ending as fast as we can within the no major glitches rule set. So with any percent specifically, we need to get all three dreamers and defeat the Hollow Knight. Within that, we are going to be getting quite a few skills like Claw, Dash, Mottling Cloak, and a lovely Crystal Dash. Start off in KP or King's Pass. KP. Very nice.
Arrive.
Very soft fall there, but
Yeah, there's a couple different tricks to make this just the slightest bit faster. It does not really change the time though.
yeah.
If you miss them or hit them, it's a very small difference. As we do head out of King's Pass here.
That's the thing about running a game that's been out for 8 years. Everything is so optimized. Every single little thing.
Yeah, and we're still finding so many cool new tricks and glitches and such for this run.
Also, hi, Elderbug.
Elderbug.
Hi, by Elderbug. So very recently in the past couple of months, a new, it's not really new, but a new setup for quote unquote itemless boulder was found, and so that's now being used in very top level speedruns. I would say by far one of the most difficult tricks I've ever seen outside of rando.
Yeah, it is certainly
Very-
one of the tricks of all time. And if you look at the tops of leaderboards now, you'll see some things that you're not used to seeing in Hollow Knight speedruns, as we do get the Aspen double kill very quickly. Nice.
Itemless Baldur scares me.
It scares everyone. Don't worry.
Yeah. Even those who go for it, it scares them as well. It's such a scary trick.
Nope.
Yeah.
That works.
Oh, nice save.
Yeah. Very nice backup. Yeah, so we are heading towards the False Knight, and from there we're going to go towards receiving our first skill. That is vengeful spirit.
Vengeful spirit. Yep.
Not venge fry spirit.
Venge fry spirit sounds very, very tasty. And for everyone in chat, I just woke up and I am very hungry right now. So false knight here, we have to do one quick cycle here. 13 hits on the armor, then 8 on the insides, and then we will, for anyone that has not seen Hollow Knight before, this wall to the left will open up, and we get to skip the rest of the fight.
False knight is a friend, so we're leaving our friend be.
Absolutely.
In this house, we don't kill maggots.
And in this house we save the grubbies.
So true.
Shaman.
Having a nice little chat with the snail shaman, who is then going to give us the vengeful spirit.
Vengeful spirit, for people that do not know, is sort of our magic spell for this run. It uses soul in the top left, which we get with our nail, and it does pretty sizable damage too. It does 3 nail hits worth of damage, and that's what we're going to be using for our main damage source this run. 3 nail hits of soul for 3 nail hits of damage.
Yeah, later on we'll get a bit of equipment that makes that vengeful spirit do more damage.
Oh, okay. We just don't want to help me then.
Yeah,
That vengeful is so mean.
See if we get good
First
RNG.
aid.
Nice.
Let's go. First try boulder spit. You love to see it.
Yeah. We'll see if that holds up for the second boulder.
Fingers crossed.
Nice mini drops.
Thank you. I've been very lucky with them.
They are frame perfect, so they can sometimes be daunting to hit, but Sarah's been rocking it.
All right, let's see the RNG.
Second boulder. Oh. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I will take
pretty
it.
good.
1-2 is absolutely. I'd be absolutely happy with that in a run.
Me too. Yeah, the chance for getting a boulder spit or a fireball from the boulder is 50%.
It's exactly 50-50.
Yeah. And I believe that boulder spit world record is like 16 or something ridiculous like that.
There's been a few people that have gotten a few. I think I've heard of 19 on one boulder.
Yeah. I think I've.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that one too.
And here we have Hornet, and we're gonna pull over one of these squits to get over. Very nice.
The old reliable.
All reliable.
Let's see if I can get this fireball skip.
Little difficult skip here.
Nope. Oh wait.
Funny little
Go
airwalk
around.
there, though. Right. Getting that fireball skip does save upwards of about a good few seconds over going around like this, but it can be difficult, especially with some things in this game and how controls work. It can be a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
And it only saves a few seconds anyways. It doesn't really matter if you don't hit it. until you start getting fast.
And that's first false night. Oh, the false night. Not Moss night.
Moss Knight, yeah.
So many nights.
There are a lot of knights in this game. Did you know Hollow Knight has the Hollow Knight?
Wow.
No way.
Well,
I can't believe
spoilers.
this.
Nice.
Very
kill
nice
on
quick
the,
kill.
on the Vengefly King.
It's a Vengefly Knight.
Yeah,
Vengefly
Vengefly. Yeah, that's what VFK stands for.
Mm-hmm. VFK. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye then.
Now heading into Hornet 1.
Yeah, we're going into Hornet Knight.
Yeah, Hornet Knight. Yeah. See, everyone knows THK stands for the Hornet Knight.
Yeah. Right. We want to keep Hornet in the corner as much as possible, but mainly we want to keep using our soul, get a fireballs. That was some good damage there. Yeah. Should be a little bit more.
There you go.
Nice. Not
Very
bad.
nice.
Yeah. Sometimes you
Hornet.
can get double hits where you hit your fireball twice, and that gives you a little bit more damage. We saw a couple of those that fight. The main menu, and we did pick up dash, which makes this run a lot faster. It makes the run move along a lot faster.
Yeah, so Saren save quick and to menu there. When we picked up VS, it set our hard save to Ancestral Mound. We're going to be utilizing that hard save at least once more. Now Saren is heading towards Fungal Wastes and towards Mantis Claw. There's some really cool movement in Fungal Wastes.
Fungal is very movement based, and just the tiniest differences can make a big dent in your time.
Like that.
Yeah. So sometimes things like this happen.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just the Acid Pool RNG.
I legitimately did not know that you could just drift to the right and make that at the bottom.
Yeah.
Everybody get ready to say hi to the best character. Hi,
Oh my
Claw.
god, hi Cloth.
Hi, Cloth. We do not get
Hi,
to see
Cloth.
Cloth.
Yeah, we're too speedy for Cloth. But we said hi on the way past, and I'm fairly sure she heard us. Yippee.
It's okay, she was taking a nap. We don't want to disturb her.
Right.
Now we go the scenic route and the Mantis
This way.
Safari.
This way is generally touted as the easier way to Mantis Village, as opposed to Ipogo. But it has some enemies. It has enemies that can be a little bit hard to dodge. So it can still be difficult if you're not super prepared for it.
Absolutely.
I've seen people miss Ipogo, go this way, and then just take too many hits and take a death anyways.
I will heal just once here, just because, as you said, there are many enemies here, and I don't want to die.
Yeah, many opportunities to get hit. Going back around. Nice. Ooh, nice. Dodging those mantis youth.
with that Mantis Claw, we're going to save quit back to A-Mount. We're going to make our way towards resting grounds. Us.
Or we make our way all the way back to, all the way over to resting grounds. We have a couple pit stops.
Yeah. Wait, we're gonna get a secret tool that's gonna help us later.
Mm-hmm. And over this way.
Very good movement. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dash movement is some of my favorite things in the game. It's so cool. It's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's
A
so
lot of it can just be press button over and over. But also, I like the movement that you can do with it, because you do have to like pay attention to where your dashes go. Because you do need to recharge it. Oh, right. Into the gross mother fight. Not much HP. Not much of a menace at all.
Yeah, intended to be one of, if not the first boss fight in a casual playthrough.
Mm-hmm. If not the first in some cases.
Yeah.
Not bad cleanup either.
Very, very nice clean up there.
Yeah.
Hi, Celebra.
Hello, Salubra.
Okay. And that's the charm that will increase our vengeful spirit damage.
Yep. Makes our vengeful spirit do 4 nail hits of damage instead of 3, which is a giant help in boss fights that are coming up later on in this run.
It also makes the hitbox bigger.
Mm-hmm. Just slightly bigger, which can be helpful as well. Oh no, Saren, what are you doing?
Oh no! What? Oh,
Oh,
no!
no.
What? Ah!
I'm sorry, guys. I guess it runs over.
Oh.
Dang. So sad. Nice.
Very nice.
Good shade skip. So we take an intentional hit there. We're gonna spawn our shade and then pogo off of them to get up into Blue Lake. This is absolutely not something that you should be doing on a casual playthrough. I did almost get up here though with my casual.
Yippee! Yeah. This allows us to get to resting ground significantly earlier than the game intends us to get here. And we're going to be picking up the dream now, which we need in order to get all of the dreamers.
Mm-hmm. The game's
Um,
currently you can't read it, it's in Chinese, but currently introducing Monomon, Lurian, and Hera, the 3 dreamers, saying that they are guarding Hollow Nest, the kingdom of Hollow Nest, and we need to not disturb them, is what it says.
But the night goes, this sign can't stop me, I cannot read.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that's really funny about one of the older patches, specific 1211, is that you don't need a dream nail in order to enter the dreamer's dreams.
Yeah,
It is an incredibly
That's
sorry.
only a thing in one offshoot version of 1211 that was out for maybe a day or 2.
Yeah.
It's
such a silly
that is
patch.
bizarre.
Yeah,
Does it
it's a very
interact
silly
with
patch,
them?
and it's completely banned for the NMV category.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
I just asked like if you could just like interact with dreamers and get them without dream nail. That's hilarious.
Yeah. You just nail slash the dreamer.
For some reason, your nail slash will hit them. For some reason, your nail slash, I believe, will also not hit levers. I believe.
Amazing.
I think that was
That's
the
just
thing.
so silly. That's so silly.
Yeah, 1211 is certainly something that happened in Hollow Knight, especially because I think there were two versions of 1211, and then the game went back to 1210. Certainly a time.
Yeah.
He probably knows more about that than me. I don't know glitch stuff very much. All right.
Yeah, 122111 is just a really silly patch. Now entering City of Tears. Specifically the right side. Yeah, we're here significantly earlier than the game expects, so there are quite a few enemies that are quite tough. But Aaron gets those ones. These.
We are here to defeat. Would you know it? We're here to defeat another knight.
In this case, there's like 5 of them.
There are 5 of them. I mean, there's technically 6, but there's 5.
Yeah, the sixth one is just having a really long nap. They're in such a deep slumber that they just didn't wake up in time.
Yeah, and if you played through this game casually, I don't know, it's possible that you haven't seen this enemy, the Gorgeous Husk, which just kind of exists here. There are no hints to getting in here, I believe. They're just kind of there and drop 420 geo, which is our currency for this game.
Definitely the hardest boss in the game. Like, super difficult.
Absolutely.
Defeating them, Saren making it look so easy.
First try, no less.
Yeah.
Right.
Saren making her way up to Watcher's Spire. The game intends you to have wings before entering this area, but there is a very nice, convenient background object that Saren forgot to get up there.
Wings being our double jump ability in this game. Alright. And
Sorry,
a little
I love
solo for this
that.
upcoming fight.
I love forgoing that little guy. It's so funny.
Yeah, understandable. A little bit of a difficult fight here against the Great Husk Sentry, which does 2 damage, so you need to be absolutely very careful.
Yeah, on older patches, you can do a lever skip, but that got patched out.
Wait, no, I think I remember now. You could hit on 1211. You could hit levers. I think it was just you couldn't do this lever skip for some reason. Or was it like just 1221 that you could do lever skips? I have no recollection of anything around there.
Yeah. Well, all I remember is 1221 has lever skips.
And that's all that matters. Right. Get this chandelier down, and we're into Watcher Knights.
Let's go, washing machines.
Washer Knights, as they're
Washer
colloquially
Knights.
known to some in the community.
That works.
A little scary on health, but we'll see if that holds.
Give me a cheeky healing. Don't punish me.
Quick safety heal. Oop. A little scary.
So, Watcher Knights, very much a very difficult boss, especially with the equipment that Saren has. As you just saw,
to be here with much stronger equipment.
Yeah. As you saw, Watcher Knights did a little funky thing called a back roll. that was not the case for a very, very long time, and that was fixed with one of the 5.1.5 patches.
Yeah, I believe it only it was meant to be in the game the entire time, but for some reason between exactly 1221 and version 1.5.68, which is the first 1.5 version, it just isn't in the game, and they just forgot to add it back for like 3 years. You know, a little sketchy. One thing you can like utilize in this fight to make a little bit of space is that the Watcher Knights will not attack you unless unless they are on screen.
Yeah.
So you can use that to your advantage a little bit to get some safety heals in, though it can still be a little bit scary. And sometimes the Watcher Knights can do actions where you're like, were they really on screen right now, or is the game lying to me?
Yeah. Especially with like 1221, the Watcher Knights would 100% attack you off screen.
Oh, nice triple to finish it off.
Very nice.
Never doubt it. Me sweating.
Yeah.
Not worried at all.
I don't know.
As we head
100%.
up.
Yeah. 100% perfect fight. Yippee.
It is slightly faster here to just ignore the elevator and climb up yourself. And we are going to absorb Lurian Knight.
The Rayonite sounds like a mineral of some
It
description.
does. I was just thinking that. only found in the depths of Hollow Nest. This is what Mila's looking for.
I do hope Mila can find the Lurianite someday.
Someday.
That's our first streamer.
One of 3. Before we do go to that next streamer, though, we have a little bit of a detour.
Let me not forget to get the chest, because I have forgotten before, and it was not fun.
We're going to make a little bit of a detour, because the next streamer that we're going to be going towards, we cannot get to with the current gear that we have. Because it requires either skip, which are quite slow in the context of 80%. We either need that, Isma's Tear, or Crystal Heart, which is our super dash.
Yes, and the fastest of those is actually Isma's Tear, but with this routing, we are going to be getting Crystal Heart instead, because that is the most sensible decision, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. In order to get Isma's Tear, it requires several incredibly difficult skips.
Hi, Lem.
Hello.
Let's see if I can do rafters. If not, we get to ride an elevator.
If we can get that this time. Good vibes.
Okay.
Nice. Event. The event buff.
Oh no.
Oh,
Let me not die.
play safe though. Yeah.
No, leave me alone. Okay, fine. I'll go
Some
around.
absurd range on that slash, actually.
Yeah.
Almost backstepped into you.
But those enemies are so mean.
Nice. Yeah, if you pick that up, they just slash over you from below, which is very helpful in a situation like this.
They wanted to give the knight a haircut, except the knight doesn't seem to have any hair.
Yeah, they do not have any hair. So I don't know what they were doing. Maybe giving them a little cape trim.
Sure. Yeah, Lem has a special interest in relics and is willing to give you geo for them.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get 1,100 here, which will bring our total up to 2,339, which is plenty enough to last us the rest of the run.
Now we're heading.
Someone in chat mentioning a horn cut. I don't know if that. I don't know how that works, or whether that would be painful.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, unfortunate.
okay.
Sometimes the Grey Husk sentries can just push you in unexpected directions.
Yeah, the Great Husk Sentry hitbox is something. It's a sight to behold. It is one of 3 enemies that have a hitbox that just will push you into the floor, which is very fun in glitched runs where you with no clip and because you can just get shoved into the floor and go downwards forever.
Mm-hmm. Are the other
yeah,
two
that was so fun.
are the other two stalking devouts and entombed husks?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is the only one that freely walks around.
At least our shade is like really close.
Mm-hmm. It is just along the way.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Mm-hmm. You will see a couple things that have changed in the UI in the top left. For one, you'll see that we have 0 geo. Our shade has all of our geo, and if we take another death and have our shade come out again, that geo will be completely lost to time. No need to worry about that. And you also saw the soul meter become full again. Without our shade, that only fills up to 6 nail hits worth of soul instead of 9, which is 1 entire spell's worth or 1 entire heal's worth, which can be a little important depending.
And we're heading back to Dartmouth, where we're going to set our bench and use that. Oh yeah, we're going to get lantern to light our way into Crystal Peak.
Hi, Sly.
Oh, that is Sly. Oh my, hi Sly.
Who do you think that was?
I don't know.
Like, I can't imagine that being anyone other than Sly.
Actually, Zelda took over shop.
Oh, yeah, I must have missed that.
Zelda brought out Sly, you know.
Got bored of selling maps and started to dabble in commerce instead.
True.
Mm-hmm. Around those.
Very nice.
Around those vent flies.
Yeah, those furious French fries are super scary.
Now I'm hungry again. Talking about French fries.
There was at one point in time where I accidentally said French fry instead of French fly, and it's just stuck ever since.
It's just stuck. Amazing. Into Crystal Peak. Very, very movement-based area, especially in speedruns.
Yeah.
Where there's a few tips and tricks that make this area go slightly faster. Not much faster. Slightly faster. very cycle based as well. You'll see that coming up in rooms like this, where these crystal crawlers, I believe they're called,
Yeah.
will shoot lasers and move around on cycles, on very, very loose cycles, but they're cycles nonetheless. Need to be very careful of those, very mindful of those when you're going around and trying to get fast movement. I'm just gonna climb up here.
This is such a pretty area.
Yeah. I
It
love it so
really
much.
is. No one really talks
Yeah,
about it. I
one-
really like how this area looks.
Yeah. So one really funny thing about these levers, in patches prior to current patch, these are the only levers in the game that function properly.
Mm-hmm.
In that you cannot lever skip at all
Yeah.
in Crystal Peak.
I'm gonna wait out some of these cycles. There are a few levers like that. I believe the ones in Mantis Village are coded that way as well.
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure though. Maybe.
I mean, if they weren't, you could just lever skip at Claw,
Sure.
I believe. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know where that door is.
Yeah.
And we pick up Crystal Heart, our super dash for this run. This will give us access to a couple new things, and most notably for any percent, it will give us access to Teachers Archives and Monomon.
Yeah, it's gonna give us access through an acid skip,
Mm-hmm.
which we're coming up to right now. This one,
Really?
this acid skip tends to be the acid skip a lot of runners learn first.
Mm-hmm. It is one of the easiest acid skips in the game. You just hold left and press the button at the right time. And it is also a very, very big time save, much more than something like Queen's Garden's acid skip, which
Yeah.
is notorious for its difficulty, even outside of Hollow Knight speedrunner circles. This one is much nicer.
Nice.
It's a lot more forgiving.
We are into Fog Canyon, where there's these Umas and Uomas. You will never remember that the Uomas are the small ones and the Umas are the big ones. Yeah, this game has Uomas, Umas, and Umu. And
Yeah. The
I
Umas
get them mixed up
on-
very
yeah.
often.
The Umas on when you kill them explode and have a little explosion that chases the knight, and if you get hit, they deal 2 damage.
2 damage.
They are so rude.
Nice. Heading down through archives with that super dash that we just picked up. Mizumu time.
Yeah. Umu is a very cycle-based boss. On the first phase, you'll see a minimum of 3 attacks. We got lucky with 2 short and the last one being a long attack.
Mm-hmm. See if we can't get any damage, taking some ourselves instead. I see in chat, Uwers for Umu. I don't know if I support this, but
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't support that. Umu is Umu is very mean. We got an extra there.
an extra attack. Generally,
Yeah.
4 attacks up to 3 up to 4 on the first cycle, and then 2 up to 3 on the rest. It is completely RNG whether you get 1 extra attack. It is completely RNG whether you get the fast attack or the slow attack. Generally, that burst attack that you just saw is faster by a couple seconds.
Yeah. Umu is being so incredibly rude.
As usual, but it's okay.
No extra on this cycle, at least.
Oh,
Really want Vassal here. 7, 8. A little bit scary.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh,
That's why we
platform.
just
And an extra.
Everyone's got this. Wow.
Umu really not being very cooperative.
Let me take a safety heal.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that safety heal.
Yeah. Umu saw all the good luck so far and just went, let me have my fun.
Good RNG in a marathon? Not on my watch.
What is it?
Very glad for that heal right now. Taking another.
Oh.
Okay, let's stabilize and let's kill the jellyfish.
Such a rude jelly.
Yeah, this fight can be catastrophic as soon as you start to panic, because if you see, there is that acid down at the bottom that will take health from you even after you've already taken damage. So you need to be very careful not to fall in, because if Umu hits you and you start panicking, you can just take 2 damage, and 2 damage right now is a death sentence. Quite literally.
Yeah.
Just gotta stay calm and do that. Good double. Should be pretty close to done, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. Hopefully this round, yeah, hopefully this time it does it. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, let me not die.
Yeah. Everyone, I need you all to remember, once again, we are not supposed to be doing this with this equipment.
Yeah. We're meant to have much better equipment than what we do.
Yeah. More nail damage, more spell damage, more health, more soul, more charms. More everything, really. More experience is like the one thing we do not need.
So sure. Chat saying acid dip for the RNG minute for the rest of the run. So sure. Yeah, we're gonna get really nice devout from here on out.
Surely all the spiders will let me pogo them now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We go and absorb Monomon Knight.
Yeah,
Head over to our
after defeating
third...
Umu Knight.
We're gonna head over now into Deep Nest for our third and final Dreamer Knight. Dreamer Knight sounds like something out of Undertale. I don't know if I like it.
That's so true.
Been playing plenty of Deltarune recently.
Yippee.
Getting our way out of Teacher's Archives. Which is honestly an ordeal in and of itself. You have to deal with these Luma flies, all the enemies that are in this area. Some of them are very generous soul sources for us. Some of them can be a bit of a nuisance trying to get out of this mini area.
Oh, there you go. Ooh, we got a rating chat. Hello, Raiders.
Anyone just coming in, welcome to the Binary Breakers Breakout Summer Games. We have 4 runs. This is 2 of 4. We have plenty more coming up, so stick around.
So we're going to head into Deep Nest through this little fungal waste section here. There is another method of getting into Deep Nest, as mentioned earlier, through Queen's Garden's acid skip. So that skip is quite difficult, and preceding area of Queen's Gardens is also quite difficult. Yippee!
Scrub.
Yeah, need to go a bit further to the left. So basically need to go right to the edge of the
farther.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. I've seen a few people on their first playthroughs come in here and just be completely floored by surprise and fear.
Me, I'm people.
This area?
Yeah, I'm
this
also
area
people.
has a few bugs.
Yeah, this is just a few.
Yeah, if you are not very good with bugs or especially spiders, maybe take a look away from your screen for a good 5 minutes.
So we are now in Deep Nest. Optimally, this loses only about 40 seconds compared to going through Queen's Gardens.
And for the ease it gives, it is plenty worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny how this game makes it so that you going into a place full of spiders and crawlers is actually more peaceful.
They're just taking it easy on you mechanically because it's more stress inducing mentally.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Take that safety
So-
heal.
As you guys can see, I don't like Deep Nest.
I don't think anyone really likes Deep Nest.
It is not quite a fan favorite. I will say.
Yeah.
I like it because it does what it sets out to do.
Yeah.
From a game
I like it for
design
that.
standpoint, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Alongside waterways, it's definitely people's least favorite area.
Yeah. I like it because it does what it sets out to do. That does not mean that it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Does not mean that it's particularly something that I enjoy going through.
Yeah.
Let me just take another quick heal.
Yeah. I enjoy the movement with like dash wings, and that's the extent I'm willing to say.
Yeah.
And I know we're in East End. We're gonna take a nice relaxing nap on the bench.
Hey, why is the screen going black?
I don't know. I have this sinking feeling it might be a trap. I don't know why. Oh, that's not good. What's going on?
Oh no.
Oh no, we've been caught. But little do they know we actually want to be here. Because this is where the third and final dreamer lies Terror. But unlike the previous two, very nice. There is no boss fight at the end. We just have a gauntlet of terrifying enemies in the Stalking Devouts, especially with the equipment that we have.
Mm-hmm. Want to be going into every single devout with as much soul as we can muster.
Yeah. So, Stalking
because-
Devouts, they deal 2 damage if they hit you.
They deal 2
And-
damage with it if they hit you. They have 100 health, and they have a shield mask that you cannot hit through with your nail until they open up.
Yeah.
I'm so it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, good. You have plenty of health to work with.
Yeah.
Go. Nice.
There you go.
Very nice.
That is Beast then done. We are here to absorb our third and final dreamer, and that is Hera Knight.
And we are coming up towards the end of the run. Now we just have one final thing we have to do.
Have one final knight to defeat in this run.
The
Very
Hollow Knight.
shortly here.
Unfortunately, and as a shock to probably to everyone, we are not the Hollow Knight.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
No, I couldn't have possibly known that one.
We are not the
Such a
titular
shocker.
character? Wow.
Back down through through Beast Den and through Distant Village to the Stag. And this is what we needed all of our geo for. This is the final expense in this run. We need exactly exactly 250, excuse me.
15. Yeah.
Alice in chat says Hollow Knight has the Hollow Knight? I know.
Oh my gosh, that's groundbreaking.
I know, right? So the Hollow Knight, another incredibly difficult boss fight with the equipment we have. This is made more so the case because on current patch, the Hollow Knight was made faster. Also, the ground laser attack, whatever that called, I don't remember. Those beams do do 2 damage to you.
Mm-hmm. So in this run so far, how many knights have we had? We've had False Knight, we've had Vengefly Knight, Hornet Knight, we've had what else?
Dress Mother Knight.
Grandma's Mother Knight, the 3 Dreamer Knights, Watcher Knights, Umu Knight, and finally
We've had
the Hollow Knight.
We've also had the Great Husk Sentry Knights.
Great Husk Sentry Knights. This fight, it is a 1v1 battle, and it's really fun once you get it down. What we want to be seeing is either the dashes or the triple slashes. What we do not want to be seeing is parries, because we do have to get the Hollow Knight out of the parry state before he can do any damage. whether it be wading through it or knocking them out of it.
Okay. Why are you to the left?
Again, those light pillars will do, infection pillars will do 2 hits of health, so you need to be very careful around them, especially at that low health range. And there's that parry. The spread attack, you can just go above and be completely fine, so you do want to stay close to be able to counter that. If you're a little far away, it can be much, much harder to dodge.
PH Gaming so rude with those parries.
Not the best patterns that you want to be seeing. A few scary patterns that have been coming through here. Ooh.
Very nice stagger there.
All right, going to phase 3. This attack, you only do 1 damage until they finish it, so it is time to gather soul and recoup.
What?
Oh, in a marathon.
Oh, no.
Hey!
In a marathon.
That's so rude. Wait,
And again,
wait.
and again. Okay, it's fine now. It's fine
fine.
now.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Hollow Knight will just do that, and you can't
Yeah.
really do much about it.
Yeah. Sometimes the Hollow Knight will just you know we'll think the ground is like a slip and slide.
Yeah, just decides that the arena is an ice rink.
So, as is custom, that has never happened before with me. Of course, it happens in a marathon.
Of course, it's the marathon luck. You gotta have you gotta have something in marathons, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And an instant scream. Why not?
Of course.
All right, time is coming up pretty shortly here. Once the screen blacks out. Jeez.
There you go.
I didn't expect that. GG. Coming up very shortly. Absorb the infection. Now let Saren call time.
Time is now.
GG.
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 And that is Hollow Knight any percent latest patch. We had some not so great RNG moments, we had some not so great boss fights, but overall, I did most of what I know to do, so I'm very happy with this. This was my very first marathon run, and like I said, I am so happy that I get to have my debut with the Binary Breakers. I love this community so much. Everybody here is so incredibly amazing, and I'm very happy that I got to be here today. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to my lovely commentators. You guys carried today.
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
And
All right, thank you so much for that excellent run, Saren. I was astounded when the knight did that slip and slide thing. Never seen that before.
Which night? There's like 10 of them.
Yeah,
right, and the hungry knight. Wait, the hungry knight
So-
is me.
yeah.
that's also a thing.
All right, so we're going to be heading off into our intermission now. We've got 2 more excellent games coming up for everyone. Stay tuned for the rest of the summer games.